Today I'm going to attempt to answer one of the toughest questions when it comes to spirituality. And that reminds me of a friend of mine that once asked me this question, and that's the number one reason why I'm doing this today. He asked me, Frank, how long does it really take to gain spiritual growth? And I made a joke and I said, my friend, 2,000 years have gone by and we still don't get it. And when I ponder about that, I'm making reference to Christianity. But before Christianity, there was someone called Buddha who attempted the same thing 500 years before. And many others that have tried to deliver the message, and we still don't get it. My point is this. People think that by reading a book, reading a quote, listening to a recorded, watching a video, they will instantly get it. Not knowing that the human brain can only recall about 10% of what you've read, what you've heard, what you have viewed, and that is human nature. We are limited. Our brain is limited to X amount of retention. The rest is going to fade away through time, through the constant bombarding of technology and everything that you and I know that I don't even need to talk about. When it comes to spiritual growth, it is a commitment. It is the trying to understand, to ponder about a specific subject and go over it over and over again. It's not about reading, it's not about watching a video, it's not about listening to tapes. It's about putting it deep in your soul. But for that, we need to work with repetition, 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 repetition. Many, many years ago, I recall buying a set of cassettes to spiritual growth. It was called Spiritual Awakening from Ram Dass. I didn't know his background. I didn't know who he was. But I felt compelled to listen to those recorded excerpts of his live lectures. Just because I came across it. So I liked what I heard. And there are many things that I did not understand, but wanted to make sense of it. That happens a lot when you read something. You read something and you like how it sounds, you say, yes, that must be true, but you really don't get it. The most we can retain is about 5 or 10%. And we believe that we get it that time. Later to find out that a month can go by and you even forget what that actually meant. What I did was that while I was working, I was putting that cassette. And because of technology wasn't so advanced, when the cassette ended, guess what? You turn it over to the other side. So I kept turning that cassette over back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, constantly for days. And every time that I pay attention to a specific set of words, they start making sense, little by little. It turns out that there were a total of 5 cassettes. So imagine those 5 cassettes going back and forth, in and out, constantly, week after week after week. And little by little, I start getting it, and getting it, and getting the idea, getting concept, understanding new things. I remember that many times I was just waiting for the red light to turn green, to turn green, and when that voice mentioned a specific word, I said, "Now I got it. Now I got it. Now I get it." And it happens so many times that I began to understand that it takes practice, repetition, pondering, and understanding, then reflection, then applying it to your daily lives. How does it manifest that learning experience in your new endeavor day after day as you grow older? And if today I were to listen to those cassettes, which by the way, I did the other day, you will find much more information than you ever thought that you were going to be able to attain and retain. So my lesson of today is that spirituality is not an overnight learning process. It's about pondering, about working, and keeping up with I should say, be diligent. Be diligent. And it's not all about talking, it's not about practicing, but about pondering and understanding. That is my message for today. Keep growing. You'll get there. Until then.